Hello everyone, welcome back here to the channel. My name's Scott. And today what I want to do is, I was kind of wondering what would be good for to introduce here, conversation, grammar, idioms and so. So I asked my students, I said, what do you have trouble with, especially with English? I guess I based it on English grammar. And more often than not, I came up with article usage. So what I'd like to do in this one is get a little introduction to articles. Now, articles are the and the. So the definite and indefinite articles, and the. So I'd like to do a little introduction with this one, just the basics at first. So basic article usage. Now, what I mean by introduction is as when you talk about something or you introduce something for the first time, you use a or an. And then when you refer to it again, in the same sentence or the same conversation or so, it'll go to the. Let me give you an example here to hopefully make it clear for everybody. So, I have a dog and a cat, okay? So I introduce it with a dog and a cat. I have a dog and a cat, okay? Now I'm going to switch over to the because I've introduced my two pets. So the dog is a Jack Russell Terrier, and the cat is an American Shorthair. Now, for the breed itself, I'll use the indefinite article. So, Jack Russell Terrier, an American Shorthair. But before that, if you caught that, I said the dog and the cat. So, let me repeat it one more time, get the article usage here. So, I have a dog and a cat. The dog is a Jack Russell Terrier, named after the Reverend John Russell. And the cat is an American Shorthair, okay? And that's how I started introducing the dog and the cat, and then going to the definite article, the, when I talk about that again, refer back to that. So I have a dog and a cat. The dog is an American Shorthair. The dog is a Jack Russell Terrier, and the cat is an American Shorthair. Okay, that's one example. So introduce it with the indefinite article, and then after that, refer to it with the definite article, the. Let me give you another example. So I'm having a party this coming Saturday. I invited seven people, and everybody is going to bring something to the party. So introduce it with, I'm having a party this coming Saturday, and then after that, refer to the party. Everyone is going to bring something to the party. I'm sure it will be a good time. Now, time is not countable, but because I have good in front of that time, before the adjective good, I need to put an a in there. So, time itself, not countable, but with good time, a good time. Give that sentence one more time. So, I'm having a party this coming Saturday. I invited 7 people, and everybody is going to bring something to the party. I'm sure it will be a wonderful time. I'm going to upgrade it from good time to wonderful time. And the same the indefinite article will be used there. A good time, a great time, a wonderful time, hopefully so. Okay? That's how the article is used in the introduction and referred back to it again. Now, also for uncountable nouns, information or advice. Now, an uncountable noun will not take an article, an indefinite article anyways. So you don't say an advice or an information because it's not countable. Can't do that. But you can use a definite article. Let me give you an example with this one now. So I gave a student of mine advice on how to understand articles. Okay? So I gave a student of mine advice, no article there, on how to understand articles. I'm sure the advice was useful. So now I'm going to use advice that I talked about earlier. I'm referring back to it, so I will use the definite article, the in this case, to refer back to the advice I gave my student. In that case, it's uncountable, no RN, but the advice is necessary when referring back to the advice you mentioned earlier. Okay? I gave a student of mine advice on how to understand articles. I'm sure the advice was useful. Okay, everybody, that's what I wanted to work with today, a little introduction to article usage. So introduce accountable nouns, introducing them, talking about them for the first time, use a or an. After that, go to the. Uncountable noun, no or an, but when you refer back to it, you use the, like the advice. And I really, surely, truly do hope this advice was useful for you for introduction here in article usage. And I think I'd like to do some more work in articles again in the future. Until that time, everybody, keep studying hard. Thanks for watching, liking, and all that. And we're back here again soon. Have a great day.